Welcome, dear friends, to my channel Crafting with me, Indiana Jones. And I was busy with work and had to pull out my laser cutter to get some stuff done for my job. If you didn't know, I work for United Way and we have a lot of fundraisers lately. And I help out by writing grants, but also by providing awards. Yes, believe it or not. And this is a charcuterie board award that I created for our People's Choice Award for brewery and winery and restaurant. So I had to create 3 of these awards. And I don't know if you've ever worked with a laser cutter, but it's really fun once you get the hang of it. And once I had it out, I said, well, I might as well put it to good use and figure out other ways to use it. So here I am finishing up this award, this charcuterie board, and it's so cool to be able to personalize items like this, like charcuterie boards and displays. And here is the result. I think all of the award winners were very happy with their personalized awards. Here I am with the winery winner and the brewery winner, of course, very important, and of course all 3 winners together. And I was so proud to be able to provide such a high quality product on behalf of the organization I work for. So let's get started with some laser cutting. Now I use what's called Lightburn, and this is the software you use. It's very common to use for laser cutting. And you can find SVG files all over the internet completely free, and that is what I'm using here as an example. Now, I used VectEasy, which has a lot of free samples of these SVG files. If you don't know what an SVG file is, it's the same file that is used, or the same format that is used for other cutting projects. In other words, if you have any kind of Cricut or Silhouette, they're usually called SVG files. I found this beautiful stained glass window and I wanted to do this for Easter, but of course I lost all track of time to be able to post this. So I'm going to post it past Easter, but it's still a beautiful, beautiful project to do, and I had a lot of fun making it with my laser cutter. And this is the Falcon laser cutter that I am using, and I really enjoy it because it's very, very fast, and it's also very compact. It fits on the top of my my table without taking over the whole entire table, and also that it's completely enclosed, so it's very safe to be around. As you can see, the laser is working. I sit right next to it. I don't watch it, obviously, but as you can see, the smoke is being aired out through the pump that is inside the machine itself, and because it has the covering, it's safe for my eyes as well, as long as I'm not looking directly at it. I wouldn't sit there and look directly at it, but look at this beautiful stained glass window. Well, it's not stained glass yet, but I just thought this was so beautiful. Then I continued. I had a lot of wood scraps left over from I guess it was left over from Christmas that I hadn't used, so I decided to go ahead and start creating other items as well, like little frames and tags, and it was so easy to do once I had the SVG file and I set it on to my machine. Now my machine is very easy to use as well because it has a camera inside, so for me to have something that's already cut open, I can just set it down and put whatever I want to get cut out of the wood, because it's going to eliminate that big gaping hole, in other words. And it's just very easy because the camera lets me know where the spaces are. Now, I didn't space things correctly. That was my fault because I was trying to use all the wood that I could, but there I have the frame and I have the little tags as well that I created. And now I can use these for all different types of crafts. So here's my framed stained window glass, and I wanted to test something out. I am going to go into more detail with this project in another video, so I can tell you more about the products I used and all that stuff, but I just wanted to give you a little preview of the idea that I had in mind and the products that I used. And of course it was so easy because I already had everything cut out in this wood. Again, I'm just futzing around in the craft room. I was gonna say playroom because I do play around in my craft room, And since I already had the woodcutter out, I decided to come up with this idea, and I was just having so much fun. But I will tell you more about how I created this beautiful stained glass window in a future video, so stay tuned for that. And it becomes really pretty, and then it becomes very gothic, because I also was thinking of Halloween, because we're halfway to Halloween, and there will be a video coming up very soon with my friends celebrating halfway to Halloween. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I received the Grabby vintage Reverie subscription box, and I just had it sitting around. I really hadn't done much else with it, and I decided that this frame would be perfect for some of the papers that they have. I started with that tiny little brush, and I said that's going to drive me insane, so I switched up to a bigger brush and just painting this frame in this antique gold color, because I thought it was perfect for this like vintage printout that I have from that box. And again, I was just playing around. I didn't have a theme. I didn't have a purpose for this, other than I was stressed out a little bit with work. And since I was making those those awards, those charcuterie board awards, I decided to just play around with some stuff I had in my craft room, since I've been so busy, even on weekends, believe it or not. And look at how beautiful this frame fits for this beautiful, beautiful image. Again, that was from a Grabby, but I love this. I don't know where I'm going to put it now, but I think it's cute. Now, I cut out these because I had the Grabby box out already. I said I might as well continue, and I had cut out, just a couple of these tags. And it's always cute to have tags around, because and then when you're putting together like an assemblage, you don't have to stop and make a tag. You just already have them done, and you have them already in your stash. So I'm painting the little tags white, these two, and I just fell in love with those beautiful Victorian women. And I decided to put one on one tag, and on the other one, I think it's a cologne advertisement. And I thought they were so cute and so perfect for this size tag that I was able to create on my laser cutter. Again, it's always good to just use the materials you have around. I had some extra wood that already had been used, so I decided to use them for this. And it's perfect to cut out little tags when you already have this wood scraps. Now this, I went a little crazy. I don't know why. I wanted a little more color, and I decided on this deep green, I guess because it looked like a Moroccan style frame or tag, and I thought, I don't know why, I thought it was a beautiful color, and I thought it would be very nice with that Victorian painting or image that I have. Now I wiped it off so it would look like it was stained wood, and now I'm going to dry brush it with a little bit of this antique gold that I used in the other frame. And then all I'm going to do is, using a little bit of glue, I'm just going to add that beautiful Victorian image of this very handsome couple, and I thought this also came out very cute. So look forward to using this in a future assemblage maybe. I think it came out really, really nice, all three of them. When I was downloading those free cut files, I came across this cute little thing. Is this not the most adorable thing you've ever seen? It's an earring display. Oh my gosh. If you have to sell earrings, look up free earring displays, because they have a bunch, and I thought this was adorable. And you can also make it like so that there's like a little hanging closet or something that you can use, but it just is so adorable. So I painted it this beautiful teal blue, again using the antique gold, dry brushing them. And not only that, but I even created some cool funky earrings. I don't know what I'm going to paint them yet, and I might just varnish them in a natural wood color, but I think they came out fabulous as well. So for my engraving of those wood charcuterie boards, I used my Creality Falcon A1, in case you were interested. The features that I love about it is that it's small enough that I can have it on my craft table without taking my whole entire craft table. As you can see, it's nice and compact. It's all enclosed, there isn't a lot of smoke that I'm inhaling in the room. It has an extractor that I have going out to the window. So many features. I also love that it's super fast. It has a camera, so it's easy to place materials and place them in the way that you want them cut, as you saw I used with the Lightburn feature or the Lightburn software, and I just really enjoyed it. And I love the fact that I'm going to keep this out on my craft table and create some more wood supplies for the holidays that are coming right around the corner. We're halfway to Halloween. Christmas in July is just a month or two away, and I'm just going to have more fun with my laser cutter and engraver. And if you are interested in laser cutting and engraving, I have more information about the Falcon A1 in my description down below, including a special link just for my viewers and my family here on YouTube. Thanks again for stopping by, and if you enjoyed this, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and live the adventure. And I will see you again with new adventures very soon.